Everybody, it's Norma, and I have an Empties video, and as usual I have quite a lot, even though I am making it my mission to each month try to cut down a little bit. So every month I try to eliminate one or two spots where I'm burning something. And so if you've watched my videos from like a year ago, 2 years ago, you'll see I've made a little bit of progress over time. So I'm going to first start out with a couple Colonial candles that are not quite finished yet, and so I'm just going to show them first and light them up so they can be done. One I got online, one I got at Meijer's when they were on clearance. Unfortunately, this style has been clearanced out and they've replaced it with a different style. I'm sad about that because it was great to pick up sales on clearance. This is in the scent Maple Butterscotch. And normally it's not the type of scent I would go to at all. But for some reason, I just really like this one. And I think it's because I don't pick up a lot of maple. There's a little bit of it in there, but not a lot. I get mostly the butterscotch. And to me, it was just like a warm, comforting scent that blended in very well with my other candles that I was burning in October. Oh, I guess I forgot to say that's what this video is all about. It is my candle empties for October. So I'm going to light these up and put them back in their holders, and then we'll get started with the rest of it. Oh, and I just wanted to mention I have two more candles that didn't quite finish up that I'm going to include in this video, and that is Kringle's Cozy Cabin. I have two of them that are almost done, but if you guys have burnt any Kringles, you know they pretty much just like burn all the way down to the end until they put themselves out. So it looks like it's done, but it's not. It's still going, and I don't want to waste it because I really enjoy this scent. And I've been burning this one like I think 2 years in a row now, so there's nothing new there. It's just one of my favorites from Kringle, and it's just like a nice, beautiful scent on its own, but it's also a great background scent for all your fall and winter candles. So I'm really enjoying that, and I have more because I plan on burning it pretty much all winter long. Okay, and then another Colonial candle that I was burning that is also a repeat for me is Tobacco and Honey. And once again, beautiful performance, beautiful throw, beautiful scented candle. I mean, it's a very unusual scent, but it was great, for the transition, from early fall into, now we're getting into late fall, although it's still warm, believe it or not. But yeah, I really enjoyed Tobacco and Honey. Okay, next up is Holiday Sparkle. Now, yes, this is a technically holiday Christmas type of scent, but I had this one burning in my bathroom that's attached to my bedroom because I had I think this candle going that I couldn't smell, and so I just wanted something, and I was in the mood for like a pine scent. This is like a pine patchouli blend, and I absolutely love it. And I snagged several of these when they were on clearance at Meijer's as well. It is, there's another candle that's very similar to it we were just talking about recently, and it's, I can't think of the name of it. Darn it. If it comes to me, I'll mention it when it comes to me, but there's another candle company that makes this. Oh, I know what it is. It's Yankee Candles Silver Birch. I burnt Silver Birch last month in September, and I have no more. This is a very similar type of scent, so if you haven't tried Holiday Sparkle and you love Silver Birch, you should give this one a try. I think it's a little bit stronger, but it's very similar, one of my favorites. Okay, so now let's talk about these Root candles. These are the giant 3-wick candles that Root came out with this spring, and they had sent several candle reviewers candles to review, and I got one of these large 3 wicks. It was the blue one. I believe it was Innovations, and at the time I was like, well, you know, it's cold outside. I'm not really in the mood for a summer set. But all in all, I was impressed enough with the performance of that one to go ahead and purchase these. But these did not perform like that one. I mean, the other root candle that I had, the Innovations, threw great. So I was really expecting good things from these. And they're pricey. I mean, they're $60, and I purchased them at 40% off, which is still cheap, you know, because 50% off would be 30. So I paid more than $30 for these candles, and I was not happy with them. This one was the strongest thrower of them all. It was probably right up there with the Innovations one. And this one is like the Purity of Maya Vanilla with clove bud, spun sugar, and it was kind of like a heavy, sweet type of scent. It's, you know, I think the thing with this one was, even though it had a good throw, I just really, really didn't care that much for the scent. It was okay, but it's not a scent that I would repurchase. But the throw was good. All three of these burnt great, by the way. I had no issue with the performance as far as them burning. You know, they're beeswax, they're slow burners, but with a 3-wick, I mean, they would pull out after I got the first burn going. I mean, normally I would get a wax pull within a couple hours. I mean, so performance-wise, they were great. I just couldn't smell these two. So the first one that I tried, I actually had this one going when I was burning my silver birch, is Strength. And this one is, what is it? Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading it for some reason. Strength, durable blend of coriander, amberette seed, cedarwood, and milk moss. Deliver a powerful fragrance experience. Well, that's not true. I just really, really had a hard time smelling it. Every once in a while, I mean, it was kind of like a cologne type of scent, but people had said that this was like Marshmallow Fireside done right, which I don't know where that came from. I can see a little bit of it. It's almost, I think it's the cedar that's giving it kind of that fireside note, but I was getting mostly like cedar and milk moss. Yeah, the moss would give it that kind of cologne note. Yeah, the scent, it was like, I didn't really care that much for the scent, and I couldn't really smell it anyway, so I would not repurchase. This one is Character, and this one was the one I was most excited to try. And this one says depth and strength, describes the qualities of patchouli, spice bay, citrus, and green mandarin. And of course, you know, it had patchouli in it, so I like that. This one was better, but I still really had a hard time smelling it. It really didn't kick in until I got near the bottom of it, and then I could smell it. Once again, it's kind of like a manly type scent, but all in all, disappointed with the performance of these as far as throw. So I think I have at least one more of these. I forget which one. One of these. This one, I think. But c'est la vie. You live and learn, right? And, you know, these are really nice, thick, heavy glass. If I had more storage space, I would consider trying to save these to repurpose them, but I don't, unfortunately, so they're going to have to go. Okay, so what shall we get to next? How about we do some Yankee Candle? So as you guys may recall, last fall, I was really, really disappointed with my Yankee Candles. I had burnt a lot of pillars, and one of my favorite fall scents to burn is their apple pumpkin scent. And last year I had the smooth wax pillars and tumblers, and I couldn't smell anything. I mean, not even sticking my nose in the jar could I get any kind of scent, which was amazing to me because on cold they smelled absolutely wonderful. I have no idea why when they were burning there was just nothing going. So I was not real excited to drag out my apple pumpkin this year. So I decided to go, I had some medium jars, so I decided to go with 2 medium instead of hunting. I think I have some large jars somewhere. I'm not sure, but I think I do. Actually, you know what? I may not, because I seem to remember, now that I'm going back in time, giving my sister my last one. But I'm happy to report that these did better. They didn't, throw me out of the room by any means. I had these burning in my great room along with some other things. But when I was in the vicinity of them, I could smell them. I actually had them on the candle cabinet that's in my dining room, which is right adjacent to my kitchen. And so when I was standing in the kitchen working, the furnace kind of wafted the scent over there. So they weren't scentless. And I was very happy about that because it is, like I said, one of my favorite scents from Yankee, and it's definitely my favorite fall scent from them. So I would have been sad if I had to, discontinue it out of my life. Fingers crossed that next year when I get some or get the milk cups that it will still be performing, well enough that I can smell it, because it's a wonderful, wonderful scent. Another surprise for me was Honey Clementine. This is actually the only candle I have with the new label on it. I can't remember what the exact sale was, but in the summer they had a promotion, and if you went in the store and made like a minimum purchase, you got a free tumbler. So this is the tumbler that I picked, Honey Clementine. And I have to say, I liked it. I really do like it. You get mostly like the sweet clementine orange with just a little bit sweetness of the honey. Honey is not the predominant note. I picked this because I had the tobacco and honey going, and I was trying to find a candle that would complement it. And this was other than doing a lemon, this was the only thing I had that I could think to go with it. Of course, the tobacco and honey kind of overpowered it, but when I had this one going on its own, I could smell it. Not a super strong thrower, but I could smell it, and I actually really enjoyed this scent. I would consider actually picking it up again. I think it's a good scent to transition into from late summer to early fall. Yeah, I liked it. Okay, another Yankee candle that was also good was White Chocolate Apple. I know this is popular with a lot of people. It is discontinued. Maybe they'll bring it back, who knows. And this is just, it's very, very similar to Bath and Body Works Home Sweet Caramel Comfort Candle, which I absolutely love, and Bath and Body Works did not bring that one back either. I don't understand it. I actually like the Bath and Body Works version better. There's a sharpness to this one that can sometimes be unappealing, but in general it's a good scent. It's a strong thrower for sure. I really had no burn issues, some wax residue, a little bit of tunneling. A lot of it was due to me because I just didn't have time to let the candle pull out completely. By the way, you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been complaining about how busy I am and I just don't have time to do anything. This is my first weekend home in weeks. I think the last time I was home was maybe Labor Day weekend. And then before that, like all of August, I've just been not home every single weekend. So this is my first weekend, and it's like, I get to play with my candles. So I actually spent the day yesterday reorganizing some of my accessories. So when I do what I'm burning now in November, you're going to see, a few new displays. So let's get on with it. Okay, 2 more Yankees. I think these are the last. These are Pure Radiance in Stargazer. And I was really excited to try this one because a lot of people have said they like this one, and they're, you know, people who I usually like the kind of things that they burn. So I picked this up. I believe it was during the friend and family sale in the fall, and I basically wanted it because I was burning that the gray root candle, and I was burning silver birch, and so I wanted a crackling wick. I really wanted a crackling wick because I wanted something to get me in the mood for October, because it was so warm out, you know, just wasn't feeling like October at all. And I wanted something that would be somewhat light. I didn't want anything really strong to blend with all those. Well, my root candle didn't throw. My silver birch, I just had one, and it was okay, but with my silver birch, it just didn't burn right for me, and I kept having to cut out wax, and I still have, I think, 1 or 2 milk cups left with the cut out wax that I've been throwing in my centerpiece. And this one I couldn't smell either, which is why I ended up getting out the Holiday Sparkle that you saw earlier, because I just couldn't smell these. I had 2 of them going in my room and nothing. So the burn was great. I had no issues with it. You know, it's sometimes hard to know when to trim these wicks, so sometimes I would trim them a little bit too short, so it would take a little bit while to pull out. But for the most part, no issues. As you can see at the very end, that wick slid around, so then I said, okay, it's done. This one was okay. This one burnt better. I do like the Pure Radiance candles because of, you know, I do like that crackling wick in you know, late fall, winter, when it gets cold out, because I don't have a fireplace, so it kind of gives me the ambiance. I don't know if I would purchase this scent again. I'm not going to say I wouldn't, because I might, simply because if I want something to go with another candle that's actually scented, I'm going to want something light that's in the background. And I did kind of like the gray color, so I might get it again, but I wouldn't run out and hoard on it. I would get like just 2 to burn for that month, and then I'd be over it. Next up, I have 2 Kringle candles. One was great, one was a dud. The great one was this one. This is Balsam Fir. And yesterday I just posted a haul video from Kringle, and I actually bought another one because I finished this one and I really enjoyed it. I had it in my bedroom after I was done with those scentless candles. I picked this because I wanted to smell something, and usually Kringle's tree scents don't disappoint me, and this one did not. It was just the perfect throw for a bedroom. It wasn't too strong and overpowering, and it wasn't too light. And it's just a fresh, clean balsam scent. I really liked it, and if you like that type of scent, I would highly recommend that you try this in some shape or form. Now, on the other hand, this one, I couldn't smell. I can't even describe to you what this one smells like. This is in the scent Buttered Rum Toddy. If anything, I get some kind of maybe generic vanilla type of, I don't know. I don't really smell much of anything. And it was okay because I did have some other strong performers going on when I was burning this. And I deliberately chose to burn this one because I knew it wasn't going to throw. I couldn't smell anything. So it's not one I would get again. I'm kind of surprised because I think other people burnt this one and enjoyed it. But yeah, vanilla, like vanilla buttercream at the most. That's what I got. I really didn't get any rum, orange zest, or nutmeg. This one could be really good if it was like a little bit spicier and I could smell it because I like the notes that they put in it. But yeah, not to be purchased for me. Oh, I missed a Yankee. This is a little baby jar in Lake Sunset. When I just got my fractal holders, the, not the votive holders, the ones that hold like the small tumbler. I was anxious to try it. So I just grabbed one of my little baby jars of Lake Sunset and had this going in the bathroom. And you know, I was surprised. It did okay. You know, I've always just ignored these jars and passed them up. But now that I have those holders, I'm like, I don't have any small candles to put in them. So, you know, it's something I need to kind of think about in my purchases in the future, is to buy smaller candles that will fit in those holders, because I do like to use them. Okay, next up is My Love from Goose Creek, peanut butter sugar. I mean, I burnt this before. Everybody knows I love this one. Did great. My only complaint is I was not really home enough to enjoy it. I would just let it and kind of go around and do my business. I never really got around to just sit and enjoy it. So I'm sad about that. But it was one reason. I do have a couple large jars, but I decided to burn the mediums because I was really anxious to burn it, because I've been waiting and waiting for fall. But I knew I wasn't going to really have time to really sit down and enjoy it. So yeah, I'm hoping maybe later this winter I can get out my large jars and burn them and enjoy them, because I love this scent. Okay, and I have another Goose Creek candle here. This is in caramel butter. This is one of the new fall scents they came out with, and I have reviewed this one. You know, it's totally not my type of scent, totally not in my wheelhouse, but it's not bad, I have to say. I actually did like it. It's a good thrower. I had it going, you know, with my white chocolate apple from Yankee, and yeah, I don't know if I'd get it again, because like I said, it's not my kind of scent, but it did well. It wasn't too sweet, you know. For me, it was okay, and I know this is popular with a lot of people out there. Okay, so now we get to the Swan Creek candles, and I apologize, I was not able to get reviews up on these, but like I said, my life was just crazy. These are ones that I actually picked up at the Swan Creek outlet in Dundee. We have honey-soaked apple, Dutch apple pie, and then 2 pumpkin vanilla. Scent-wise, all of these are great scents. I mean, the honey-soaked apples is just like a really sharp, crisp apple, sweetened with the honey. The Dutch apple pie definitely smells like Dutch apple pie. Out of the 2 apples, I like the Dutch apple pie scent, but the honey-soaked apples was stronger. So if I had to pick one or the other, and I could only buy one apple scent, I would go with the honey-soaked apples. You know, I don't like the way, you know, soy wax, I don't like the way they burn, because even, you know, in my Hurricane, when they burn like that, I can see it through, and it bothers me a little bit. So for the most part, you know, I had these 2 going on my stove. I alternated from my stove to another Hurricane, because I was going back and forth kind of testing out how they threw. This one, you know, is a lighter thrower. You know, the honey-soaked apples was stronger, but not as strong as the melt. The melt blew me away. And I'm kind of getting to the point with Swan Creek where I'm liking their melts better than the jars, because I think the melts perform really, really great. So I may start cutting back on buying the jars and just getting the melts, unless there's like a scent that's really, really fabulous. And one of those scents that I may continue buying the jars in is pumpkin vanilla. This was wonderful. Now, granted, I had to have 2 of them going in my computer room, which is just an average size bedroom. It's not big, it's not tiny, but it's not big either by any means. It's just a normal room. And 1, I don't think would have been enough. So it's not the strongest thrower, but 2 was perfect. And it's just, to me, it smells like a vanilla sugar cookie with just a hint of pumpkin. It's not a spicy scent whatsoever. Now, right now, I have allspice pumpkin custard burning. And on the cold, I thought I would prefer that one more because I do like a spicy pumpkin. But for some reason, I'm not quite sure yet, and I've just started it, so this is just kind of my first impression of the set. For some reason, I'm not liking that one as much as I thought I would. This one I really did like. So unless I change my mind about the allspice pumpkin custard later on, because I have all month to burn it now, if I had to choose between the two, I'm thinking I would stick with the pumpkin vanilla. It is really great, and I picked up some melts in this, and I haven't tried them yet, which I don't know why, but I need to do that soon because now we're in November. And I know a lot of you people were breaking out your pumpkin scents in July. I waited until November, so I'm getting ready to get my pumpkin on. So I'm really excited about that. And last but not least, I have two Bath & Body Works candles. And these are Pumpkin Pie and Leaves. Pumpkin Pie I burnt last year. It came out last year. And it's probably, oh, guess who that is? Mambo. It's probably my favorite fall candle from Bath & Body Works. That's like a bakery type scent. This one did really, really good for me. When I did my What I'm Burning Now video, I was, raving its virtues. Unfortunately, right after I did the video, it did kind of get puny wick syndrome. So I was disappointed in that, and I kind of took it out of its holder because I couldn't see that it was burning, and I was afraid I was going to leave the house and forget to blow it out. So I ended up putting it on my stove where it just died. But for the most part of its life, it did really, really well. This is Leaves. It's a staple at Bath & Body Works, very, very classic. It's actually my first time burning it. This is one of the very first Bath & Body Works candles I bought when I started with Bath & Body Works. Was it 3 years ago now? 2 years ago? I think it's been 3 years now. Wow, how time flies. Yeah, 3 years. And so it was my very first purchase, but I never got around to burning it because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. And it's... it's not my favorite. I don't know what note is in there. People compare it to like a craft store, like an apple, cinnamon, but there's something in there that it's kind of similar to Yankee Candles Autumn Wreath, but I like Autumn Wreath so much better. And I didn't get to burn it this year, maybe next year. But yeah, so that is it for my empties. So I'm really looking forward to burning this month because I'm actually going to be home. Well, now we got Thanksgiving, but I have, this weekend. I have most of next weekend. But well, yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on still, but it's going to be better. I'm not going to be traveling so much. I'm going to be home, so I'm excited to get my pumpkin going on and getting some decor going on, and believe it or not, I'm already so excited to start decorating for Christmas because I got a bunch of new accessories that I'm just dying to play with. But first we got to get through November and Thanksgiving, all in good time, right? So if you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe below, and have a blessed day.